OG Fortnite is here, but there are some hidden Easter eggs and teasers built into this map. So today we're looking at 62 different Easter eggs that Top 5 Gaming covered in his videos.
Built the towers holding an incredible secret to an Easter egg that teases the future. Here are 30 hidden details in OG Fortnite.
I actually don't know all of these, so I'm excited.
But did you know they secretly changed the infamous clock tower?
That's not the only thing they changed. Where's Big Bertha? Where's the big building?
Well, now in the OG season, Fortnite updated it to actually show the real endgame time. And all I gotta say is
interesting.
Nice. We also have the return of ATKs, which remained untouched for years until now. They've been updated with the secret feature that only appears at night: headlights. These weren't around in Chapter 1, but with the revamped day and night cycle, it makes sense to add this attention to detail.
I did not notice that at all.
And that's not the only mind-blowing throwback. If you're in the Renegade Rust Cat, you probably noticed it had a strange number on the back: 2.297. What could it possibly mean?
What does that mean?
It's actually a genius reference to Fortnite's most infamous back bling. Back in 2018, the servers went down for a whole day, causing a ridiculous frenzy. And so to reward players for waiting, Epic handed out the Rust Bucket. As you can see right there on the sign, 2.297.
Yeah, that's
made even
cool.
cooler by the fact that Rust and Renegade Raider were originally in the same set. In fact, if you go to the bonus styles of the OG Pass, you'll find Magmatic Renegade Lynx, who's an on-the-nose reference to our first remix, Blaze.
I remember everyone went crazy when Blaze came out.
Epic really put effort in for all the veteran players, which you'll realize if you look at any of the loading screens. This portrait of Lil Split being carried up the ice is of course taken directly from Peely's first ever artwork, or Renegade Lynx recreating the art for High Explosives. She also appears in the replica of her original loading screen, except the version in 2018 is one of the only animated cosmetics in the game.
Wow.
This one,
animated loading screens. I actually forgot that was even a thing.
Which was first spotted all the way back in Chapter 1, but didn't make sense until now. Outside an old ranch at Paradise Palms, you can find 2 gravestones for the people who live there. One of them has a framed picture of a woman holding a doll. At the time, this meant nothing to us, and then it faded away.
Everything always
obscurity.
means something.
Well, that's until the final reckoning happened, revealing Willow as a fully fledged outfit. Not only was she a haunted bride, but she also had a doll head variant. Now this Easter egg has returned, and we know exactly what it's referencing.
That's her, bro. What?
On the topic of backstories, if you go to Carbide's hero base, you can find the blueprints of his original suit design. They're on a table showing his first prototype, followed by a mask on a mannequin.
Nice.
Obviously, we found out the whole hero story as part of a movie, so I would explain these concept designs. From superheroes to villains, we're all tired of fighting the dealers last season as NPCs, although they have pretty cool designs and people wanted them as outfits. Now, Epic has obliged. Not only can you buy the dealer, but his back bling has an incredible secret. As you rack up eliminations, this card will increase in value, starting with an ace, going all the way to 10, Jack, Queen, and then King. Not the only outfit to blow us away while designing Lil Split, Fortnite went all out. As you know, Peely has a 2D mouth, while Lil Whip has a 3D one that barely moves. So matching them together, they gave Split the cartoon mouth with Lil Whip's iconic blue tongue. You would never notice this unless you made him smile.
Bro, the kids love Lil Split, man. I have some young cousins, and they were asking me if I had the Little Split skin. Like, they're obsessed with him.
If you take a look inside the truck, you could see a mini rocket on the dashboard. But this truly feels like an Easter egg from back in the day. And this time, it's hinting at the upcoming live event and the return of the rocket.
This is gonna be crazy, bro. They really gotta nail this live event, bro. They gotta nail it, bro.
She recently dropped with a diorama back bling, and this is taken straight from the show where she turned a shoebox into Hopper's cabin. Except, Fortnite has changed this. Not only is there an upside down variant, but if you compare the back bling to the real diorama from the show, they turned Hopper's police car into a generic vehicle. Now we're expecting the release of an emote this season named the
police in Fortnite, I guess.
An adorable cosmetic, which is secretly inspired by a TikTok trend. This year, people went viral.
Oh, I remember this TikTok trend.
Using their cats as, well, a machine gun. An item we weren't expecting is the smoke grenade. This was so broken back in the day, we weren't sure if it'd ever
But like, smoke grenades weren't even useful back then because there wasn't zero build. They were kind of useful now though because of zero build.
Lobscure, which is an on-the-nose reference that you obscure yourself, but also lob the smoke bomb. It's a simple detail that they never had to add, but I love it. The same goes for the gas stations around the map. For years now, we've known them as Spillex, a joke about how fuel companies always spill oil. But before that, it was super immature. Now we're back at Chapter 1. Stations have reverted to their old company, Passing Gas. Yeah,
Passing Gas, yeah.
If you want a different kind of blast from the past, this season includes a new dabby mode. Of course, it's a throwback to 2018.
Bro, when I saw the dabby mode, I was like, uninstall. We're not going home, bro.
But it's also a callback to Season 5, where we got a free version called the Gentleman's Dab. Not the only nod in 2018, Renegade Lynx has some dog tags around her neck, which is a perfect homage to the early days when every skin used to have these included. This time around, they modernized them to look way cooler, and hopefully we see the trend return because, I mean, come on, they're awesome.
Why she kind of...
has some incredible details in his set. His pickaxe is a mashup of Omega's Onslaught and Ragnarok's Permafrost.
Omega Rock's probably my favorite skin from the Battle Pass.
Onslaught. The same goes for his back bling, which grabs the Frozen Shroud and Destabilizer to make Apocalypse Shroud. There's one cosmetic that's exclusive to this season, and you probably didn't even know about it. The Victory Umbrella secretly has a ranked version, which you could earn for 75 points in cups later this season. It comes alongside the competitive Skyblades glider, and they'll both reflect your rank on them for others to see.
I gotta get that.
Thankfully, it's a lot easier to unlock the flashback breakdown, which actually mashes up a bunch of old dances from Chapter 1. There's Disco Fever, Groove Jam, even the Worm. Everyone loves this emote, and I can see why. Epic was so creative with it, asking if you remember this, right? And this small forest outside of Frenzy Farms might contain the most hidden detail in the entirety of Chapter 1. In a long time. Everyone remembers the hidden animals around the map, like a fox or a crab, but absolutely no one has heard of the secret rabbit. Destroy all of these trees, and a giant outline on the ground will reveal itself.
Was this always there?
You're high enough to view this, and you'll see the outline of a bunny. This was so hidden that when a Redditor finally discovered it, it went mega viral.
Wow. I wonder how many secrets are in Fortnite that we haven't even discovered yet.
Just like reliving the feeling of playing as the old Knight skins with a brand new Spectra Knight. We all know she's super customizable with color options and galaxy effects, but when it comes to the helmet, you have some interesting options to choose from, and they are all references.
They are all
the default one is Red Knight, while the others draw from Blue Squire, Spider Knight, Dark Red Knight, and Ultimate Knight. There's even the remains of old teasers on the current island. All the way back in Chapter 1, Season 4, Fortnite teased the upcoming POIs with random rifts spawning around the map. Each of these mini events happen live, spawning a Western Stagecoach, a Viking Anchor, and a Desert Carcass. They're obviously teasing Paradise Palms of Viking Village, but you can still find these today as little memories to the story of the past.
That's cool.
Even the Durburger is missing from the side because it got ripped.
I wonder where the physical items ended up going again. I know like the boys got them in their backyard. Courage, Tim, Ninja, and Lupo.
Even further, Boogie Bombs are no longer effective against anyone wearing one of these, giving you an advantage over everyone wasting their time throwing it during a fight.
Boogie Bombs are gone now, but that was very useful to know.
Also gave an OG gun a brand new feature that was totally hidden. With the suppressed pistol being vaulted last season, it surprised everyone when it was suddenly fully auto. Now we're in OG Fortnite with the return of the oldest pistol in the game.
It's fully auto.
Pick it up, and sure enough, it is automatic now too. Trust me, this thing is better than an SMG.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Not the only small detail, because one of the tiniest things can now be found in Fortnite that has been gone for 5 years.
What is it?
There used to be these tiny little bugs flying around the plants in the game, and often made you think you saw a player moving. Now we can see them up close, and I
remember the bugs, but I don't remember them looking like this.
After you're done making friends with these guys, head north past Risky Reels, and you'll find the Nom sign. This thing is from Retail Row, so you're probably wondering what it's doing all the way out here. Well, this is another one of those objects that fell victim to the rifts in Chapter 1, and when it came back, it was strangely covered in cameras.
I see.
And one thing we've all seen loading into OG Fortnite is a return of the classic battle bus. Sure, it's just like the old one we all remember, but you probably forgot about the hidden Easter eggs on board. Take a look at the bumpers, and you can find stickers like Free Hugs from Cuddle Team Leader, and my favorite, Greasy Grove or Bust.
Greasy Grove or Bust is Tilted Towers or Bust.
But my favorite is found in the Battle Pass, which includes one of the greatest emotes we have ever seen. This is
like I said, my favorite emote.
Says, you remember this, right?
My favorite
6
emote.
OG dances into a single emote.
6 OG dances.
Hits you as you do Ride the Pony, Groove Jam, The Worm, Breakdown.
No wonder
Disco
why that
Fever,
one hits so hard. Right when I heard it, I was like, I instantly loved it.
If you've been watching the countless trailers used to hype this season, you should have paid attention to the background. As they run through the map, it reveals secret details about the future and the live event. For a couple seconds, you can spot Dusty Divot with a familiar looking rocket ready to launch. This confirms that we're gonna get a repeat of the end event for the Chapter 4 finale.
Like I said, I might actually cry
different. According to leakers,
when we get the Black Hole Part 2, bro.
The final stage where it has the time machine attached to it. But where is the time machine now? You can find this in the middle of the soccer field at Pleasant Park, crashing in the ground. Obviously, we have 4 weeks to
Can't play a proper soccer match because of this thing.
Each week, the map will update with a new season and apparently involves a mini event, which explains the Devourer. Yeah, that feeling of being constantly watched is returning thanks to files
Will we actually get a mini event though?
We use this season, whatever that means. Another familiar face has been the longest running Easter egg in Fortnite. Just behind Retail Row, you can visit a trailer park and find the iconic king of secrets, a Truckosaurus. He's returned to his first appearance as plain as could be, and players are hoping he'll continue to evolve each week, like when he lost an arm for the final showdown. On the topic of iconic Easter eggs, the teddy bears and gnomes have been at war for half a decade now. They hate each other and then they don't, whether it's a ceasefire or a small battle. But now we've gone back to 2018. We can see what they were doing before the war.
They were friends.
They're going on a date. I'm secretly hoping these guys are from the Chapter 4 map though, and this is the current ending. Well, anyway, if you manage to explore the nearby POIs, listen out for this.
That sound. Oh, that's the best level up sound they've ever added.
And speaking of nostalgic music, upon logging in, everyone received the Re-OG Music Pack, a remix of the classic song. You wouldn't know this from the description or anything, but this is secretly produced by Metro Boomin. He's a legendary artist who works with Future, The Weeknd, and Drake.
That's crazy.
Now,
I did not know that.
one of the cool secrets to appear on the map will actually help you gain an advantage. As you're dropping, look out for the Stoneheads. These guys were classic back in the day.
Really good for farming brick.
Chests that spawn here. It's a great drop. You can loot up and move to a nearby POI like Junk
They always
Junction.
have chests,
One of the
too.
heads even has an armchair on top for some reason. Something you'll notice even earlier is the second you boot up
This
the
was
game.
a crazy clip, by the way.
Screen, known as
That
the
clip we
season
just
CR, looks really familiar, and there's a good reason. If you were in Jonesy's perspective here, the POV would look like this. Yeah, the first ever
And then
image
on the
of
other
Battle
side
Royale.
of
This is
it.
a beautiful throwback to the history of Fortnite.
That was
the
so
secret
cool.
diorama
That little
hidden in
detail is so
Tilted
cool.
Towers. Head to the No Sweat Insurance building, and on the first floor, you'll find the cutouts.
That's what that is, bro. Every time I saw these cutouts, I didn't know what they were.
Only problem is these events haven't happened yet, so this innocent mistake by Epic is somehow a massive plot hole. Speaking of massive, head southeast of the Viking Village, and OG players will remember this classic location from
The chair.
2018. It's a small pit stop
Anyone
with
can
a huge
edit it.
wooden chair outside. This monument can be edited however you want, just like back in the day, and so is the metal llama near Junk Junction. Sadly, you can never farm these for mats, but they are always adorable to land at. An Easter egg that could also be interacted with is hiding in Lazy Links and Tilted. Obviously, this is a golf course, so you'd expect to play golf, but that could only happen if you're a veteran player. You had to play back in 2018 to earn these Battle Pass toys, allowing you to hit that sweet
Oh,
hole
they're
in
Battle
one.
Pass
Yes,
toys,
it still
so
works.
only OGs can really
Basketball court
play.
also shoot
That's
hoops, but
crazy.
A feature they've never changed are the ATKs. Since day one, Fortnite has kept their hands off them, not really tweaking it or updating the
But they do
design.
drive
It has
faster
never
right now.
come back since Chapter 1, but with the OG season, they have finally returned, and now they have a new feature. You can finally listen to the radio so you never miss a song.
True.
Don't worry,
But they
that
do
fuel
drive
gauge
faster,
doesn't
too.
actually work, so you can drive all day. Or if you like the cars of Chapter 4, well, there's a way to bring them here. Thanks to
How?
Creative Royale, for the first time in Fortnite, you could drive real vehicles on the OG map. That's
Creative
not all.
Royale.
Dirt,
Oh,
sport
you can
bikes, and
add
even trucks
them
can be taken
in
around places
creative.
like Greasy Grove. I mean, just imagine showing this to someone from 2018. They would freak out. You should also tell them to go to Tomato Town. In the tunnel nearby, there are secret chests here which could only be found.
This is an OG secret spot right here, guys.
In fact, make sure to check everything this season because you'll find loot in the craziest places. In Chapter 1, we were never able to
we
open
never
these
had
coolers
these.
or ice boxes. They were purely for decoration.
I mean, we had them,
Until
but you
now.
can't loot
They've
them.
been secretly updated to give you heals and consumables. It's using the
Some
2018
vegetables.
model, but it works like a modern cooler, so do not sleep on this. And don't forget to look out for the hidden gnomes. These guys have been watching us from the shadows for years now, but they're the main character of a secret challenge. If you
Every
want some
time I
easy
get one
levels
in the
while
brick
exploring, you might
wall,
find a
my
place to
chat
put
goes
down these
crazy.
gnomes.
It's a 1%
not quest
chance,
the
by
game
the way,
tells
to
you
get a
about.
gnome
It
in
could
your
just
brick wall.
happen to you, but you'll be given free XP for your efforts. Before you even land on the map, though, check out Spawn Island. It's exactly like it used to be with the broken battle bus and everyone's favorite place, the parkour course. Even though lobbies fill up in like 10 seconds thanks to the hype, you can kill some time by going through the obstacle course. And once you've dropped, don't forget about a classic secret. Whether it's in Tilted, Retail, or Lonely Lodge, you might come across a huge fish on the wall.
And if
I
you
know all
dance
you
in front of the
veterans will know
fish, he'll
exactly
dance
what this
with
is,
you.
But for those who didn't play back
Yeah, it
then, just do a
does.
little dance for him.
But the ones in Tilted don't dance with you, apparently. I covered that in my myth video.
Another blast from the past is hiding around the map. You can discover the old ice cream trucks.
He used to have 100,000 HP, but they nerfed it.
Not only do we get the return of ice cream trucks, but a brand new remix, Lil Split. It's a mashup of him and Peely, so of course you can expect some similarities like the cone jacket and bright blue pants, but Epic put in so much detail that when he opens his mouth, you can see his tongue has blue frosting on it, just like the original. Another classic secret is an Easter egg everyone will appreciate.
Chapadoodle!
In 2018, Muselk ran into Chapadoodle and wanted to save him
joined
from
us in
edge
the
of a
Peely
cliff.
army
Well,
for the
after
OG
knocking him into the
reunion.
ocean by accident, Epic added a tombstone and tires to save anyone else from getting trapped
And
down
now they
there.
added
So
riffs.
of course I rushed to see if Epic remembered it, and it's back. The OG mashups also have some really clever references. Renegade Lynx is obviously a mix of the two skins, but her bonus edit style brings in
There's
the
the
third.
flame.
It might seem
Yep.
familiar, and that's because it's inspired by Blaze, a classic reskin of Renegade Raider. Did you know Fortnite OG also marks the first battle pass since Chapter 2 to not include a single crossover? That's over 4 years of constantly having
W.
IPs as a secret
W.
skin or a battle pass outfit.
I like
but
that.
after all that waiting, we finally have a season where everyone is
Crossovers are
fully
cool, but we
original.
don't
Epic especially
absolutely
went OG with
need
the
them, you know? We don't
consumables, 'cause you can
absolutely
find
need them.
apples and- What I love is how much of the small details have returned. They even went as far as adding the OG signs. In the
Yeah.
exact same spot you remember him, the no dancing signs are still here, so hopefully we get some sort of challenge telling you to
That would be
emo.
cool.
Another Easter egg you could go and find right now is the Thor teaser. We were all confused by this strange suitcase with graffiti on it back in Chapter 1, especially since he didn't arrive until the 14th
Thor.
season. It still remains a mystery to this day, but at least we get to appreciate those moments all over again. Speaking of luggage, make sure to head to containers and break apart some shipping crates. Eventually, you'll find a long-forgotten secret from Chapter 1.
Wait a minute.
One of these has a briefcase inside, which for some reason is completely indestructible.
I don't know
If you thought
about
it was a glitch. I guess not, because it is still here in 2023.
I actually don't know about that. That's crazy. Yo, guys, shout out to Top 5 Gaming for putting together this list. There's so many secrets, and honestly, I am so excited for the Black Hole event part 2. I'm sure Epic is cooking up some crazy stuff. Be sure to like and subscribe for more content.